Hello guys and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be checking out Remnant 2 on PC on Radeon RX 6600 GPU. Basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to be checking out the performance of this GPU, and first of all let me tell you the system specs that I'm using right now. I'm using a Ryzen 5 3600 with 16 gigabytes of DDR4 memory that is clocked at 3200 megahertz, and RX 6600 is a gigabyte model that is clocked just default out of the box, and everything is the same except I've just undervolted the GPU a little bit in order to control the power and the temperatures. Okay, so let's get right into the video. First let me just give you the settings that I'm using. I'm using 1080p at first with the motion blur and VSync disabled. Frame rate is unlocked. Upscaler, which means FSR and anything else. XeSS is disabled right now. Graphics are at ultra, and FFE that I've just adjusted for my convenience. Okay, so let's get right into it, shall we? Alright boys, so as you can see we're in the game now, and currently it's having some spikes in the frame time, and I can see that maybe it's loading some some textures or something. So let's see what happens here. Let's just try and move out of here. Okay, so let's just start counting the FPS, and as you can see, oh, what is this guy saying? Oh, it's lagging too much. Maybe he doesn't want to talk. Alright. Okay, so as you can see we're getting 38 FPS average right now, and for a third person it's kind of playable, but I wouldn't play it myself on this at these settings currently. But we're just gonna be enabling FSR in a while. Let me just see. Yeah, so you can see the frame rate is still dropping right now. It's going to 28 right now. Oh, that's pretty bad. This area is pretty intensive, as you can see. There's a lot of vegetation and everything, so maybe that's making it drop. Oh, now we got a huge stutter. Memory right now for the GPU is at 6 gigabytes, which is manageable. I think it's alright. Okay, now the frame rate is going up. Maybe vegetation is an issue because now we're in water. Okay, now back in vegetation. Yeah, so so the FPS is dropping again, so that means the vegetation is actually intensive. Oh, we got some enemies here. Let's just try and kill them. Okay, so this is an automatic weapon. Oh my god, who's shooting at me? Die. No. No. They're gonna kill me. One of them is dead. Okay. Now let's just try and enable FSR2 right now, because it's basically not that good. Okay, so it's AMD. It just says AMD FSR, and it goes automatically to performance, but I don't want performance in it. I want to at least be able to see something. On 1080p I wouldn't recommend to use anything other than quality in this. Okay, so let's just start counting the FPS again. Okay, it's better. It's very better now. Yeah, and it looks sharper even. Yeah, I would say this looks sharper than before. Yeah, and it's smoother. As you can see we're getting 48 FPS average. Minimums are also manageable, as you can see. Oh, now we got a huge stutter and the minimum dropped to 3 FPS. The game needs work right now. I think they will patch this stuttering issue with the game is having, because it's not. Right now it's only at 6 gigabyte RAM usage and it's still stuttering, I would say. What does this do? It doesn't do anything. Oh, there's somebody to my left. Why are you killing my dog? Die, come on. Ooh, what's that? Oh, I think we've got a mini boss here. That was easy. It's not. Yes, the game is still stuttering. I think there is some issue in the game for that. Now the FPS is Minimums have dropped to 1 FPS. Good old 1 FPS. Okay. Yeah, let's move on further and you can see more enemies. Try and eliminate them. Keep on going. Okay. Okay, the FPS is increasing right now. Okay, it's 51, 52. This game is good. Graphically, it's very good. As you can see, it's very bright. It's amazing. Yeah, so depending upon the area, the game hovers in between 45 to 60 FPS on average when you're using FSR2 on quality and ultra settings at 1080p. Okay, so let's try and move on to other resolutions. Okay guys, so I just went to 1440p on ultra settings, as you can see right here. It's 1440p and FSR is disabled right now, and it's ultra settings. It's not playable, I would say. It's not playable. It's at like 21 FPS right now. Let me just reset this so you can see. Yes, so it's 22 23 average FPS. It's not playable, so I'm gonna try to use some FSR in order to make it better, and let's see how this game does. Okay, quality FSR again. Okay, so there was kind of a 10 to 15 FPS jump and when enabling FSR. Yeah, so now right now 32. If you can lock this game down to 30 FPS with any FPS limiter or in-game FPS limiter like here. I saw it here. Yes. Okay, so 144. Oh, it just gives you an option for 36. Okay, so just try and lock into 36 FPS. I don't know why it's 36. Yeah, so it's not still going to 37. What kind of an FPS lock is this? Okay, but it's still good. As you can see, with FSR2 at quality, you can play this game at 1440p with ultra settings by locking the FPS to 36. Yes, it's performing good. Okay, so let's just try to lower the settings now. I would say rather than trying to lock the FPS to 36 and using AMD FSR, I would try to just lower the settings to high preset maybe. Yeah, let's just see how it performs now at 1440p. Oh, not a huge bump in performance. It's still at 30 FPS on high settings. The game still looks good, so I guess there is not much of a difference in high and ultra settings in this game. That's basically it. And yeah, so it's 30 FPS right now, 29, 30. Let's just try and shoot 28 while looking at everything from here, like trees and everything. Yeah, 25. So it's not, I think high settings didn't make much of a difference. So now let's try and go to medium. Wow, is the game actually changing settings, or does it require to be restarted? I think it requires to be restarted right now. Alright guys, so I just restarted the game on 1440p and right now the settings are medium, but it's still not making a difference. So I think there is not much of a difference in performance when you changing settings. From ultra to medium there is, I think, like 10 FPS difference. Between high and ultra there is like 2 or 3 FPS difference. Yeah, so there is not much of a difference when you are trying to change the settings to increase the performance. So 1440p in this case, if let me just lower down to low settings now and see if this actually makes it better or not. Yeah, so the vegetation is, right now the vegetation became very poor, like you can see sparse vegetation right now here, and the FPS is still not very good. So I think resolution matters a lot in this game, at which resolution you're playing right now, and I would recommend you whichever whichever graphics setting, ultra, medium, high, whichever graphics setting you're using, you have to use FSR in this if you're trying to play it on 1440p. So let me just go ahead and enable FSR on quality at low settings, and as you can see, instantaneously the frame rate has skyrocketed to 50 FPS. Yeah, so I think FSR is a must in this game if you want to play this game. Let's move on, and I think now go to high settings and 1080p resolution. Alright guys, so now we are at high settings and 1080p resolution. Frame rate is unlocked, FSR we are not using, and it's totally high preset. Okay, let me just see how it performs now. Okay, so this is good. Okay, seems like at high settings is a sweet spot if you don't want to use FSR on 1080p. High settings you have to use in order to get better performance. Yeah, this looks smooth and performs very well. Okay, come on, bro, let's go. Yes, let's just try and find some enemies and do some sparkly stuff so we can see if it drops any more. Right now we're at 48 FPS, 50, 51. Okay, I can hear some enemies. Where are you? Okay, we didn't drop that much.
It's over.
Now let's just try and enable FSR on quality and see how much the FPS goes up. Okay, 60 FPS, 60, above 60. Yeah, so this is, I would recommend you to use FSR in this game because right now, as you can see, maybe the YouTube compression just destroyed the sharpness, but actually I can see that it's fairly sharper now compared to native resolution. But the game is still stuttering, so I think they need to fix that. Why am I stuck here? The tree is actually making me stuck. Okay, let's go to now try and disable FSR and go to medium settings. Okay, it looks like it's applied now, and yeah, same as on 1440p. Medium settings and high settings doesn't have much of a difference, just like ultra. So what I would recommend in this case is you guys should use ultra settings at 1080p with FSR2 quality. So that would, guys, that would net you a very good performance in this game. And looks like all of them are dead. So that would net you a very good performance in this game, and it will look a lot better. Okay, let's just try to go back to ultra. Okay, and enable FSR2 on quality. Yes, so as you guys can see, the game looks a lot better and it performs better too. Okay, at 49 FPS average, so that's manageable, that's really playable, and you guys can have the fun. Alright guys, I think that's it for this video. So if you guys liked it, please do leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel if you want more videos like this. Okay, many more games are coming and I'm going to be benchmarking all of them. So I hope you like the video, and peace out.